Here we go. We're featuring today's call, and one thing that we're going to look at is that the deleveraging process come into play. This is last week's low. They have marked down that 375 Apple call, and let me make sure that it is a December 17th, and it is. So basically, they have some yield that they pay. We would look at getting in now that Apple is acting well on the 375 call tomorrow, and we would get hit down at the bottom on 5 contracts and maybe even add 5 more intraday, and we would take our $1.60 to $2 out of it. The 375 call has the very same thing, and we covered these over the weekend, and today's gap up in reversal. The calls are still marked down big. This is a 385 December 2017. It does have upside left in it, and we would look at buying that 385 call up and out of the money. So we're going to feature the 375 and the 385 December trading component. We've got a great gap up today. 60-minute chart. This was 1125 close. This is the low end of that gap on a 60-minute. Went through resistance. We came up here. This 380 will be a resistance on the 60-minute. We are looking at up and out of the money calls. That's going to be a major resistance on the 385. We know that the company had been marked down when we look at the 60-minute chart. We take a look at the view of this markdown of recent. Here are the days that this markdown started, was right over here. So we marked it down back over here, and 1117 it continued to go all the way down up until 1128 today, and we have that super gap. We have an ascending 60-minute base. These are the resistance channels on the near-term 60-minute chart. So basically, 60-minute bull gap. The other thing that we like about it is that it's got a 60-minute buy signal in the short term that support the call contract entry. It's ascending 60-minute gap to resistance. In the apex, look for higher highs. That's the chart on Apple. The call option that we have available here, again, the 385 at those resistance levels. Again, we also have the 375 call. Now, we're buying the deflated in here. We're not buying and riding them all the way down here, but we're waiting, and we did do the right thing. We let that gap happen on the equity price, and we waited. They're deflated. There are great entries on both contracts.